Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Fikar Nafiarni. My identity number is H0123335 and I'm from class D. In this video, I'm going to fulfill my mid-test assignment from the lecturer Mr. Adi Isma for subject reading for professional purposes. So in this video, I'm going to read all of my summaries from the first meeting until the seventh meeting. Let me just get started. So in the first meeting, I'm going to start in the first meeting. Okay, in the first meeting, we were learning about introduction to reading for professional purposes. We learned about lecturer introductions such as lecturer names, birth date, research, education background, teaching courses, and then we talk about lecturing contract, such as about attendance, assessments, text executions, additional pros, and then we talk about course overview and syllables. So we were describing our subjects, and we also uh, learn about our main topics and the topics that we are going to learn, and then we also learn about lecturing process and assignment, and then we learn about assessment, such as assessment for attendance is like 30%, for assignments is 40%, for mid test is 15%, and for final test is 15%. So yeah, in this meeting we are only introduced to the lessons we will learn in this course, reading for personal purposes, and talk about our lecturing contract for the whole meeting in the class. And then we move to the second meeting. In the second meeting, we were learning about identifying key information in professional text. So, there are several main points explained, including 1. Identifying key information, namely the ability to find important details while ignoring unnecessary ones, which is very important in a professional environment information. Number 2, effective reading techniques. This including making notes or summarize by writing down important points helps strengthen understanding and retention. Number 3, reading with a purpose. Reading with a purpose help us to focus on relevant information, making the reading process more efficient. Number 4, understanding the use of text structure. Understanding the use of text structure can guide readers to identify where key information may be found, such as in headings or bullet points. Now we move to the third meeting. So the third meeting, we learned about understanding structure and organization. Yeah, the organizational structure of professional text, such as business emails and technical reports, is important for conveying information clearly and effectively. The general structure used in the first, sequential or chronological structure. So the first one is sequential or chronological structure. This structure explains the process of steps or sequence of events. Number 2 is the topical structure. Topical structure presents information based on topic or category. Number 3, problem solutions. Problem solution structure or problem solutions. Yeah. Problem solutions is suitable for identifying problems and offering solutions. Number 4, contrast comparison structure or comparison contrast. This is used to compare and contrast two or more things. And then number 5, definition structures. A definition is suitable for explaining the concepts of terms or idea. Number 6, classification structure. Classification is suitable for grouping information based on categories or types. Number 7, cause and effect structure. Okay, this structure is suitable for explaining cause and effect relationships between events or phenomena now. And now an example of an organizational structure. Okay, for the first is technical report. There is title, then content, and then introductions, method, discussions, results, and finally the conclusion. Okay, and now we move to the fourth material. We learn about skimming and scanning techniques. So, skimming and scanning. The first one is skimming. Skimming is a technique of reading quickly to get general ideas. Secondly, scanning. Scanning is a technique of reading selectively to get specific or special information. Skimming works by reading the content of ideas such as chapter titles and first paragraphs until the end. Then paying attention to the topic sentence in each at the beginning of the paragraph. Continue to ignore detailed information and focus on the main idea to get general ideas or information in the text without reading every word. And for scanning, we can determine the keywords or specific information we are looking for, then read quickly at the back and between the stories until we find the keywords we are looking for. And what is skimming? Skimming is used when you want to know the general idea without reading details. Scanning reading is used when you're looking for answer or specific information or certain facts without having to read the entire text. As for the scanning technique, we first read the chapter title of each paragraph, then pay attention to the words underlined, read the introductions or conclusions. Then, how to using the scanning reading techniques. First, find out the information you want to search for or obtain. Then ignore the details until you determine the keywords you are looking for. Okay, now we move to the fifth material. The fifth material is about reading reports and proposal. A reading report is a report made after we have read a book, an article, or something similar, which aims to present a summary of information and also show understanding and interpretations of the material that has been read. A proposal is a document containing proposed activity plans which are prepared in a structured and systematic manner with the aim of proposing ideas. Or activity plan. The purpose of reading a report is to present a summary of material from the text we have read, analyze important points, and provide opinions or criticisms as well as show understanding and interpretation of the material read, while the proposal aims to propose ideas or activity plans to convince readers or interested parties about the importance of the idea or project, and also aims to ask for support either in the form of approval funds or other resources. Now we move to the sixth material. Sixth material is about critical reading for professional purposes. For this material, There are several points that I can get. The first is metacognitions, namely understanding your own learning process, increasing the relevance of information and promoting effective learning strategies. And then the second is the component of metacognitions. Uh, it's increasing learning efficiency, facilitating independence, and encouraging self-reflections. Now, as for reading strategies for from metacognitions, the first is techniques such as producing questions and concluding, improving understanding and retention of information. Then there is critical reading, which is an active process that involves evaluation, analysis, and questioning of the text to improve decision making and communication skill. And finally, there is evaluating arguments, which is identifying and analyzing the structure of content of arguments to help recognize bias and understand the author's intentions. Now we move to the last material, or the seventh material, reading for meetings and presentations. Reading for meetings and presentations is a reading skills aimed at preparing oneself for participating in or leading meetings and giving presentations. In this context, reading skills are not just about understanding text but also processing information to present it again in a way that is effective and relevant to the audience in this material. Studying several important points. The first is, in this material, we are studying about several important points. The first is understanding the purpose. Understanding the purpose. The first for meetings. We read for meetings with the aim of understanding the important points which will then be discussed. If for presentation, reading for presentation needs involves a deep understanding of the material so that can be understood well and can be explained in a structured manner. Then secondly, there's is skimming and scanning. Okay, now the process skimming. Skimming is reading quickly to get the main points, and then scanning, namely reading to look for specific information in the text. Okay, the third one, there is critical thinking, reading critically. Yeah, and the fourth, there is note taking. Note taking is like making notes while reading to organize the information needed. The fifth is synthesis of information. Reading for meetings requires the ability to synthesize information. The sixth, there is anticipating question. So we are trying to understand and search for material from various sources using an understanding of the information system. Then the seventh, there is adapting information. For adapting information for your audience, the so we use the sentence the word we use in speaking depends on who we are talking to. Then the last one is practicing delivering. Oh no, it's not the last one. Okay, the ninth. So there's a ninth. The ninth is revision of the key text before the presentations, and finally the last one. There's this using visual or supplementary materials. Okay, I think that's all my summarizes from our first meeting until the seventh meeting. I hope that all of after I study all of this material, I can understand all of them, and yeah, I'm trying to understand all of them. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for your nice attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.